Hello everyone and welcome back to the Witch of Bees and Bones. I'm going to... So I've been watching a couple of videos of a really cool tag, and it's the hashtag Tarot Community Build. The first video I saw was by Calluna V. Great video. It's a nice way to get to know other people and be part of and discuss the community and kind of connect folks. And she got it from the original person who created the tag, and they are Livy over at Crescent Dreams Tarot. And I just found their channel and I really enjoy it. So I'm going to link both of those down below. So I'm not a tarot reader. I am an oracle card reader. So I'm going to modify it a little, but still give full credit to the folks that I got this from. Full transparency, I did receive a tarot deck from someone that I connected with through my social media and this channel, and they sent me a deck recently that is a tarot deck, and I have really been enjoying getting to know the deck. I don't know where it will take me on a tarot journey, so to speak, but it is a really it's been a really lovely experience, and it was a very thoughtful gift and gesture. And so I don't feel like I'm part of the tarot community, but I also don't feel that I'm not part, because I know that a lot of folks that read tarot also use oracle cards. So I just thought I'd give it a shot, because I'm really enjoying these tags of getting to know other folks in the community and sharing about myself. So I have everything on my phone, so forgive me for looking down periodically. I just want to make sure I do this properly. So the first question is, that is not the first. The first question is, name, preferred pronouns, and channel name. So my name is Victoria. My pronouns are she, her, and my channel name is The Witch of Bees and Bones. What first got you into tarot oracle for me? And if you have a channel, why did you create it? So I don't even know how long I've had this deck, to be totally honest with you, but this is the medicine cards. I have over maybe 30 years. I love this. I love this deck so much. It was the first deck I owned and still own. I connected so deeply with it because of the animals. And I just so love this deck, and it was, like I said, it was the first deck I got. I even wonder, now I'm really curious, and there's notes all through it. So copyright 1988, which would have made me, I'm not sure I got it when it first came out, but it wasn't long after. So yeah, like I was probably 20-ish, or maybe less than, and I don't use this deck as much as I should, and this has really given me some reminders, so that's very cool. But this is the deck that really got me into reading cards and because it gave me another way to connect with nature, which really resonated with me. Let's see. And if you have a channel, why did you create it? I created this channel, as many of you know, this channel's still in its infancy, but it was planned for years and years and years. Why did I finally make it happen? I felt like there were things that I had to say and share with the community. I also felt that there were things that I could learn and that there were connections to be made. Um, and I went through a pretty significant chunk of not very long where my life changed really drastically, with some losses and some gains and some evolutions, and I felt like it was a good time to kind of use my voice. What is your tarot oracle aesthetic? Basically, what kinds of decks are you attracted to? I'm attracted to nature decks. Shout out to Woodland Wardens again. I don't know if there'll ever be a video where I don't talk about that deck. I prefer darker aesthetic decks because of my path. I like darker imagery. I've realized I connect less with decks that have a lot of human elements in them. I mean, there's still some really lovely decks out there, but kind of when I see people as opposed to animals or plants or nature in general, I don't really I don't find myself drawn to it. I am. Here's a tangent. I'm starting. This is real hard for me to say. I'm starting a little inner child work, and it's hard for me to say because it's recently occurred to me that I've done a shitload of work on my life. I've not done a lot of inner child stuff because I've never felt like a child. I grew up as an only child and a very driven, curious child, but because of certain life circumstances, I became very adult like and became a caretaker very early in my life. And so I've always found the idea of an inner child somewhat repellent for myself personally. Not never judging somebody else's work, I don't mean it like that, but for myself I'm like, well, that doesn't really apply to me because I wasn't, I didn't really have a childhood. And then I realized, like, that's the fucking problem, Victoria. You didn't have a childhood. So that's why you need to do the inner child work. So I don't know what that's gonna look like. I don't know where that's going to go. This is a fairly new realization. And I'm saying it out loud to hold myself accountable. So that's that. But because of that, I may be. I don't want. I don't think I want um, childlike decks, so to speak, but I may be working with lighter themed decks, and that may guide me somewhere else, but I need to start where I need to start for myself. So that I think my taste in decks may evolve. I'll always love my darker decks, but I think I may need to pepper some of the lighter ones in there. Uh, so the next question is, what tarot system is your favorite and which do you want to learn? So I don't have a favorite tarot system because I don't read tarot. Um, I I am an intuitive reader with Oracle, and as I said, I do have a new tarot deck that I'm getting to know, and I am using the process of looking at the cards and like sitting with the imagery of the cards. I don't think I've mentioned it's the Brady Tarot, which is magnificent. And even if I never use it as a tarot deck, I really love owning it because it's just beautiful. But because I understand the imagery of animals, it's, I think, easier for me to understand. And I'm somewhat curious if that has been my issue with tarot in the past is the decks I've had have been human based, and as I stated earlier, oops, sorry, I don't connect with those decks. So I'm curious to see where this deck will lead me. I don't have an agenda with it. I've been sitting with the cards, been sitting with the guidebook, and learning what the cards mean, and I'm just gonna go from there and then learn organically. I don't want to set an agenda for this. I'd rather really enjoy what I'm learning. Top 3 favorite major arcana. Again, I'm just starting out. I just want to be real clear about that. Or I don't even want to say starting out. I'm just looking at the moment, so I don't want to put too fine a point on this. I am really enjoying the Hierophant card. I also have the Hierophant card in a number of my Oracle decks, so I think that that's why it's kind of a comfortable bridge for me. I really love the Emperor. That's my birth card for April. And I hesitate to say this because I don't actually love the card because it's a really hard card. But the Tower, I don't know anybody that's like thrilled to get the Tower, but it's a nice reminder to build a solid foundation. So I don't love the card, but I have a lot of respect for it. So that's that. Favorite suit of the minors and why? I'm just getting to know all of them. I don't have a favorite at this point because I'm still getting to know them. I don't have a favorite. I like the wands, swords. I like them all. I don't really have a favorite. Again, I'm in the like. I'm probably somewhere between like the Fool and the Magician stage of my tarot discovery, where I've got the idea and I'm like starting to do something, but it hasn't formed yet. So I can't really say, oh, I really like this suit for this reason. I'm just starting to get to know them. Which of the quartz would you consider as your significator? Again, I can't answer that question because I'm not there yet. Is cardstock a big deal for you? Cardstock is a huge deal for me. I'm a very tactile person. How something feels in my hands is really important. So it's why I read books and not on a Kindle, because I like the feel of a book. I like the feel of the pages. I like the smell of the paper. So when I get a new deck, when the cardstock feels good, it's really important to me. Obviously, we purchase a lot of decks. Kind of, we see them on Etsy or we see them wherever, but we don't get to touch them, so we're not sure. So is it everything? No. Is it important? Absolutely. The Obsidian Oracle, that deck just feels good. It's just so beautiful. So yeah, I would say that that's one of the things that's really, really important to me. Do you read for others? I do. I've read for others on and off for 30 years, 20 plus years. Math is not my deal. and I read for others both in my community, and I also have an Etsy shop, which, shameless plug, will be linked down below. No pressure, I only want people to reach out if they're called to, period. Number one deck you were excited to have come out this year. I don't think I can name one. I've been keeping an eye on some indie decks that are coming out, and some that are doing crowdsourcing, and I don't know that I have a favorite right now. I'm trying, part of my work for myself is to enjoy the now instead of being focused on the future, so I'm trying to be mindful of that. Lightning round questions. Coffee or tea? I love coffee. I miss it every single fucking day of my life. I miss how it looks. I miss how it smells. I miss how it tastes. I don't miss what it does to my anxiety, or how it amps up my anxiety. As much as I miss it, it's not worth the payoff. I have considered adding or trying coffee again. Please don't talk to me about decaf. I'm not interested. But this spring tends to be a less anxious time of year for me. So I may try coffee again in the near future. Happy spring, by the way. Today's the first day of spring, which is very exciting. It's 20 something degrees outside, and I'm wearing a tank top because I don't care, because it's spring, period. That's that. So I love coffee. I drink tea. Colors or monochrome? Okay, I pretty much wear black and gray, period. But I love color. I have color all over my home. I have color all over my business. I really enjoy color. I just don't love it on my body. Cats or dogs? I mean, let's be honest. I'd kiss a crocodile if I thought I could get away with it. I so love cats, but not at the detriment of dogs. I love dogs too. I go crazy about dogs. I don't have one. I'm not home enough. I don't think I've had dogs in the past. My schedule is such that I'm traveling more, and work is hectic. And I although I love businesses that have dogs in them, I don't want to do that in my particular business for a variety of reasons. I guess I'm going to have to say cats, but I really love dogs. But there's something about cats that's just, they're magical creatures. Flora or fauna? I refuse to answer that question on the grounds that I love both, and both of those things are so intrinsic to who I am and what's important to me and my practice and my life and everything about me, that I can't choose one over the other. They're the same to me. Favorite time of day? I am a morning lark, as we are called. I love getting up early, watching, if not the sun rise, then at least the sun. And it's that quiet time of day where no one is calling or texting or like in my world, and I just get to be with Elijah and just kind of sit with that part of the day. In the summer, I really love a good hot afternoon. I'm not a night person. I don't dislike nights, but because I wake up so early, I'm exhausted by the end of the day. And I've always joked that like by 7 o'clock at night, I'm totally useless, and it's time to go to bed. I don't generally go to bed at 7. Not that I haven't. I'll be totally honest about that. But yeah, I'm a morning person. I really love the solitude and quietness of mornings. There's fewer cars, there's just the sound of birds chirping, and it's a lovely time of day. Favorite things besides tarot or oracle? Uh, Nature, art, music. Elijah is at the top of the list. She's my favorite of all the things ever. Beauty, like in the world. Bones. Yeah, I have a lot of things that I love the divination of oracle cards, um, but there's a lot of ways that I connect to the world without them. Uh, so, yeah, um, that's just a few of the things. So I had a lot of fun doing this tag. I hope you all enjoyed it. I appreciate all of you as ever so very much. I always appreciate your comments or your DMs, and I will be back with you soon. Again, happy spring. Go find something really beautiful today. Take a deep breath, take it in. Maybe try not taking a picture of it with your phone, but taking a picture of it with your brain so you can actually carry it around with you in a different way. And I will be back with you very soon. Be well.